Hi lovely people, let's make a gorgeous pair of pants like the ones in the picture. Enjoy! To make the pants, we're going to make use of the pattern that we made earlier on. If you want to know how to draft your own pants pattern block, make sure to watch this video. We're going to start by drafting the waistband, the side pocket and also the zipper fly. That requires us to make use of the front pants pattern. We're going to start by drafting the waistband. Measure down 1.5 inches along the waist. Next, we draw a straight line and then we cut out the waistband. Thereafter, we're going to cut out the dart. Put this piece aside. Next, we tape these two pieces together to form the waistband. We're going to label this side the center front. Put the waistband and the front pattern aside. Also on the back pattern, we're going to measure down 1.5 inches. Draw a straight line. Next, cut out the waistband. After cutting out the waistband, we're going to cut out the dot. Lastly, we're going to tape together the pieces. We're going to label this side the center back. Next, we put aside the back and the waistband. Thereafter, we're going to draft the side pockets using the front pattern. Get a fresh piece of pattern paper like this one and fold it into two, like so. Put it underneath the front pants pattern. For more information on how to draft and sew the side pocket, make sure to watch this video. Pin the pattern onto the pants like so. Measure down the total length of the side pocket, which is going to be 11.5 inches. Make a mark. Extend the mark onto the bottom pattern paper. Also measure the opening of the side pockets, which is going to be 6 inches. Make a mark. Also measure the opening of the side pocket along the waistline. Measure 2 inches inwards. From this point, we are going to measure 3.5 inches like so. Next, trace from this point to that point. Next, use a curved ruler to draw the opening of the side pocket like so. Get a tracing wheel and trace around the opening like so. And then separate the pattern pieces. Push aside the front. And then draw around the tracing wheel like so. Next, draw a straight line from this point. Also draw another straight line from this point going down. I want my side pocket to have a slight curve along this corner, so use your free hand to draw the curve. Next, we're going to cut out the side pocket. Separate these two pieces like so. This will be the pocket base and this will be the pocket lining. Next, we're going to cut out the small piece like so. This is how the pocket is going to be. Next, we're also going to remove this piece on the front pattern. Put all the patterns aside. Next, we're going to draft the zipper fly. Draw a straight line, which will be the beginning of your pattern. Next, we're going to measure 4 inches inwards. Again, if you want more details on how to draft and sew together a zipper fly, make sure to watch this video. Measure in 4 inches like so. Draw a straight line. And then measure 2 inches from this line like so. Draw a straight line. Next, measure the length of the zipper fly, which is going to be 6 inches. Again, draw a straight line. And then next, we're going to measure 1.5 inches along this line like so. Make a mark. The zipper fly is going to be curved along the side. We're going to draw a smooth curve using our free hand from this point around like that. Next, we cut out these two pieces. This is the zipper fly and this is the base of the zipper fly, which we are going to fold into two like so. Next, we put this aside. These are all the pieces that we are going to use to make the pants. This is the front, that is the back, the side pocket. This is the zipper fly and the base. This is the front waistband and that is the back waistband. Next, we're going to draw a sewing allowance of 0.5 inch around all the patterns. These are the pattern pieces after adding a 0.5 sewing allowance around each of them. The only part where we didn't add a sewing allowance is the zipper base and also the zipper fly. On both the waistband pieces, we're going to cut 4 pieces each, and then on the pants, we're going to cut 2 for the front and 2 for the back, and then we're also going to cut 2 pieces for the pocket bag and 2 pieces for the lining, and we're only going to cut 1 piece for the zipper base and 1 piece for the zipper fly. These are the fabric pieces after cutting them out using the patterns. Note that for the waistband, there are 4 pieces for the front. There are also 4 pieces for the interfacing, which will be used for stabilizing the waistband. Also for the back waistband, we have cut an interfacing for each of the pieces for the back waistband. We have done the same for the zipper fly. We have cut an interfacing, as you can see. We have matched the interfacing with the corresponding waistbands. Next, we're going to take all pieces and steam them with a steaming iron. We are also going to iron the zipper fly. All the pieces have been pressed. As you can see, the interfacing has been attached onto the fabric. Next, we are going to start sewing the pants. This is the front. We are going to start by pinning the dots. Next, we sew the dots on the front. Next, we are going to attach the zipper fly. This is the right side of the pants, and we are going to install the zipper fly on the side. Firstly, we are going to overlock around the side of the zipper fly. We are also going to fold the zipper fly base, and we are going to overlock around. We have overlocked the zipper fly and also the base. We have also overlocked the center front for our pants. Next, we are going to pin the zipper fly on the right side of the pants. Next, we are going to sew a straight line. We have sewn the zipper fly, as you can see. Next, we're going to fold over the fly like that. Make sure the inside looks like this. And then we're going to sew a stitch next to the edge of the seam going down up to this point. The stitch have been sewn. This is how the zipper fly looks after sewing the stitch here. Next, we're going to attach the zipper. We're going to place the zipper at the very beginning of the fly like so. Next, we're going to pin it in place. If you want more details on how to cut and sew a zipper fly, make sure to check this video. Next, we are going to sew along this line. This is how the zipper looks after sewing. Next, we are going to flip it over like so. So this is how the zip area looks at the correct side. Next, we are going to sew the curve, which is at the top of the fly, which is going to go like that and then curve around here. We have drawn some dots at the top, which are 1.25 of an inch. This is where we are going to sew the curve from the top right round like that. When we get to the bottom, we are going to flip the zipper fly like so, flip it up, and then continue sewing to the end. We have sewn the curve, as you can see. Next, we are going to use another fabric to wipe off the dots. Make sure that you are using tailor's chalk because it can be removed easily like so. Now, this is clean. Next, we are going to take the base of the fly and attach it onto the zip like that. Pin the base like so. Next, we're going to sew along the pin area. This is how the zipper looks. This is the base. Next, we're going to place the pants like that, and then place the other side of the pants like that. Make sure correct sides are facing each other. Make sure to mark the top of the zipper fly on top of the zipper like so. Next, fold the other side of the pants like that. Flip the side of the fly. Make sure that you've placed the folded pants like so. Hold everything down with some pins. As you are approaching the end of the zip, make sure that you do like so at the end. Next, we're going to sew a straight line. This is how the zipper is after sewing this side. Next, we're going to fold the side. Fold it over to the other side and hold it using some pins. Continue folding like so and then pin. Next, we have pinned the rest of the pants around. As you can see, we can check the other side. This is how it looks. Next, we are going to sew around the pinned area. This is how everything looks after sewing. Again, if you need more details on how to correctly sew a zipper fly, make sure to check this video. Next, we are going to attach the side pockets. Start by sewing the pocket lining. We're going to place it like so along the side, making sure the correct sides are facing each other, and then we're going to pin it in place. Next, we're going to sew along the pinned area on both sides. These are the pocket linings after sewing around the opening of the pockets. Next, we're going to trim the seam. Do the same on the other side. Next, we're going to make small cuts all around the curve. Make sure that you don't cut through the seam. Do the same on the other side. Next, we're going to flip over the pocket lining like so, and then fold it over to the wrong side like so. We are going to use a steam iron to press everything down. We'll also do the same thing on the other side like so, and then press everything down. Next, we're going to sew a seam next to the edge around the opening like that, even on the other side. This is how the top is going to look after sewing this small seam. As you can see, even the other side, the same thing has been done. Next, we're going to flip over the pants to the wrong side. We're going to hold the zipper fly and also the base like that, and then we're going to sew a straight line right here to hold the two together. Next, we're going to get the pocket bag. Place the pocket bag like so, making sure that you align everything together correctly. Next, we're going to pin around the pocket bag. This is how the pocket looks. Next, we are going to do the same on the other side. Next, we're going to sew around the pinned area. Both pockets have been sewn and they look neat, as you can see. Next, we're going to pin the pockets at the top like so. Also along the side. We are going to sew a very small seam at the top like that, and also along the side. We'll do the same on both sides. This is how the side pocket looks. We can insert our hand like that. We are finally done on working on the front of our pants. Next, we're going to start working on the back of our pants. We're going to start by sewing the darts. We have pinned both darts in place, as you can see. Next, we are also going to pin the center back like so. Next, we are going to sew everything in place. This is how the back looks after sewing everything in place. The center has been sewn and also overlocked, as you can see. Next, we are going to attach the back to the front of our pants. Lay the back the correct side facing upwards like this. Next, place the front on top of the back, correct sides facing each other like that, and then pin around the sides this side and also on the other side. We have pinned both sides, as you can see. Next, we're going to sew along the pinned area. The sides of the pants have been sewn, as you can see. Next, we're going to pin together the center of the pants. Next, we're going to sew around the center of the pants. The pants now are almost complete. What is left is to attach the waistband and then finish off the bottom of the pants. Next, we are going to work on the waistbands. These 4 bands are for the front waistband and the other 4 are for the back waistband. We're going to take 2 of the back waistbands and sew them at the center back like so. Pin them right at the center. Also pin the other pair. We're going to sew the center of the back waistbands. We have sewn the back waistbands along the center and we've also placed the seam open, as you can see. Next, we're going to attach the front waistband onto the back waistband. Please note that this is the center front waistband and this is the side of our front waistband. Also, this is the side for our back waistband. So it means we have to attach the side for our front onto the side of our back. Therefore, we are going to take this side of our front waistband and then place it facing downwards like so. And then we take the side for our back and we correspond these two like so, and then we pin them together. Next, this is the other side for the front. We also do the same. We turn it downwards like so, and then we place the back onto the front like so, making sure the sides are aligned, and then we pin everything together. Now we can open up the waistband. This is how the waistband is going to look. We do the same to the other waistband. Both the waistbands have been pinned, as you can see. Next, we are going to sew along the pinned area. All the seams have been sewn and they've also been pressed open. So we're going to place the correct sides of the fabric facing each other like so. And then we're going to pin the two waistbands together starting at the center. Make sure that you match the center back for the two waistbands like so and pin. And then we're going to sew along the pinned area. This is the waistband. We have sewn this side as you can see. Next we're going to snip around the sewn seam. Make sure you don't cut through the seam. This is the waistband after snipping it. Next we're going to open up the waistband like so. Making sure that the seam is facing the overlocked edge. We're going to sew next to the edge of the seam around like so. This is how the waistband looks after sewing the seam. Next we're going to fold over the waistband like so. Next we're going to press it to make sure it is flat. This is the waistband after pressing it down. Next we're going to attach the waistband onto the pants. Turn the pants to the correct side and then we place the waistband onto the pants. Match the center back with the center back of the pants like so. And then pin everything in place. Continue pinning the waistband. Next we're going to sew around. We have sewn the waistband onto the pants as you can see. Next we are going to flip over the waistband like so. But first we have to press the seam such that it faces up, and then we can be able to close the waistband like so. The seam has been pressed up. This is how it looks on the inside, and the waistband also. This is how it looks. Next we're going to sew along the ditch all around to this other side, and this is going to secure the entire waistband even on the inside. This is how the pants look on the front. On the inside, this is how it looks. On this side we are going to undo the seam up to maybe this position, and then we are going to fold over this excess fabric to fold it over to the inside so that we can finish off this edge right here. And then we are going to stop right here. After undoing a bit of the seam, we are going to resew the seam. From right here, we are going to join it and sew it right up to the end, which is like so. We have sewn the seam as you can see. Next we are going to pull over the waistband like this, and then we are going to fold over the waistband onto the pants like so, rolling it around as you can see. Press everything down like this, and then we're going to hold everything down with a pin. And then we're going to sew a seam next to the edge from the top right down to this position. This is how the edge of the pants looks. Remember, we're sewing the seam inside the ditch right around. This is how the correct size of the pants looks, and this is the inside. Everything is nice and neat. The other side still remains. We're going to trim the side as well and leave a sewing allowance of 0.5 of an inch. And then we're going to undo the seam. Fold over the excess fabric. Next we are going to hold it down with a pin. Next we are going to sew a seam next to the edge like that. And then again we're going to extend the seam and sew from here right up to the end. Remember, we're sewing on the ditch. The front of the pants is complete as you can see. Next we are going to put a button here, and then we're going to put a buttonhole on the side. This is how the pants look. We've inserted the buttonhole and also the button as you can see at the top, and then at the bottom we've also hemmed the bottom as you can see. These pants are now complete. I'm going to put them on and show you guys how they look on my body. I'm excited.